They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? They'll sneak it with Taylor. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
No gain. Quarterbacks.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Tyrod Taylor taking it in. And the Bills are in for 6. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Smith going to turn and give to Charles. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He lost 6 there on the first down play. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back. In that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. Give him 14 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Probably sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw. And there's a flag on the field. Try to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Well, there's one you don't see often, the illegal forward pass.
And the reason we don't see it very often is the quarterback has to be totally beyond the line of scrimmage for the flag to come out. If any part of the quarterback is behind the line of scrimmage when he throws the ball, then it's not an illegal forward pass.
He'll look to throw, and it's complete to Kelsey. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Smith. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now it's Smith. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain there for the Bills. 37 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Taylor. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaq Lawson in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's Shaq Lawson's 2nd sack in this game, and it's not a surprise to me because they can move him all around, defensive end, outside linebacker. And I think he'll use his strength and his speed, and especially those good heavy hands that get him around blockers to the quarterback.
Flush to his right. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Smith, he's going to go deep for Conley. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Another pistol look here. First throw in overtime now for Taylor. Over the middle and caught by the tight end Clay. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Here we go.
On second down, Taylor. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Taylor looking for his running back, and he's got him. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Left side here, caught by Clay. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Bills are going to have a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this from 37.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
On first down, Smith. Screen pass to Charles. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Hey, got three down.
Charles. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. And some space here. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he is in for the score.